Hola clase, espero que todos estén bien. En este video vamos a hablar sobre cosas importantes para esta semana. Todavía estamos aquí en el módulo 3 y tenemos un par de cosas de qué hablar. Primero, ayer hicieron la entrega de Oral Presentation 2 y era para ayer. ¿Okay? Lo que tenemos que hacer para este domingo 10 de noviembre son las siguientes cosas. Primero, el peer feedback de la presentación oral 2 para el 10 de noviembre, igual el rough draft para composición 2 para el 10 de noviembre, las actividades en VHL, igual los VHL Partner Dialogues para el domingo. Okay, so we do have a lot of important activities that need to be completed by this Sunday. The peer feedback oral presentation 2, composition 2 rough draft, which can be found in quizzes, VHL activities, as well as the partner dialogues. So let's check here what we have coming up for the partner dialogues, as well as the VHL activities. Okay, so we see this week we have regular activities that we're going to be doing. We are now in chapter 9. Okay, here are the different activities that you must complete due by the 10th. Let's check to see which ones are going to be partner dialogues. So if we go to content activities, we're going to start now with lesson 9. It gives us the due date. These were due yesterday. And now coming up, we have the ones that are going to be due on the 10th. Okay, we've already done a lot of these. Now we're getting into the 10th. Okay, perfect. So the first one that we're going to have as a partner dialogue is this one, ¿Qué habrían hecho? So this is due by this coming Sunday. In partners, look at the pictures, the drawings below, and take turns to say lo que habrían hecho en cada situación. What you would have done in each situation using at least 6 words from the list. Use the conditional perfect. So it gives us here these different images, and you are supposed to use this list right here to say what you would have done in these situations. Okay, each person is going to have a different reaction because it's how you would react. So that's the first one. The first partner dialogue is here. And if we keep going down chapter 9, we're going to find our second partner dialogue, which is this one, ¿Qué pasaría? We know because of this chat icon. In this one, in partners, ask each other what you would have done, what you used to do, what you would do, what you would do in the present tense, what you would have done in the following situations. Okay. If you would have had the day off. If when you were a child, your parents would yell at you or you would get in trouble. If classes were suspended for a week, like if you had vacation for a week. If you see your boyfriend or girlfriend with another person at the movie theater. If you discover that you have the power to be invisible, what would you do in these situations? Okay, so notice here how here we are using the imperfect. This is the present indicative. Harían is the conditional, and habrían hecho, in this case, is the conditional perfect. Okay, so make sure you answer using those different verb tenses. And those are all the activities that we have for partner dialogues. So make sure that you guys are staying on top of those. I'll show you where to find the information for Module 3 coming up. Okay, so we're still here, Module 3, Presentaciones Orales. And if you see, it tells us what we have to do for the VoiceThread peer review. You do need to provide feedback for 2 classmates' videos. If your partner does not have a video, just comment on any 2 videos. So you'll watch the oral presentation, reply with 3 things that you learned from their presentation, comment on one thing they did well, one thing on which they could improve. This needs to be done orally and in Spanish. Okay, remember, it's any 2 presentations. It doesn't have to be your partner's. If your partner, for example, doesn't submit one, that's okay. You can just find any 2 presentations. So our compositions, we're getting into our second compositions. Our rough draft is going to be open starting November 6th at 6 a.m. So this will be Wednesday at 6 a.m. It will end on Sunday by midnight. So remember, once you open it, you only have an hour and a half to complete the rough draft. Any textbook may be used, but you should not be using any websites. Okay, just like last time, I'll provide feedback for you guys, and then the final drafts will be due after that. Then make sure that you guys are also using accents. They can be found here. And it does tell us here that since we are in Spanish 202, they should be at least 350 words in length. Please make sure to submit your rough draft with at least 350 words. Bien. So we do have a lot coming up. I would say please make sure that you're staying on top of everything. If you do have any questions, let me know. Here in quizzes is where you will find the rough draft of Composition 2. It's available November 6th, starting at 6 a.m. Tucson time, closes November 10th, before midnight Tucson time. Once you open it, that's the only opportunity that you have. It's the only attempt that you have to complete it. It will give you the prompt when you open it. There are several different prompts that are loaded as potential questions in the rough draft. So you may not have the same rough draft question as your partner or other people in the class. So just keep that in mind. Also, you only have an hour and a half to complete the writing. Okay, that's here under compositions, and then under VoiceThread is where you'll have all of the different activities, the different presentations, to complete your peer review feedback. So remember, you need to respond to 2 different people's presentations, and your responses need to be oral and in Spanish. Okay, any other questions? Please let me